Hello, everyone. Welcome to Morning English. This is Colin.
Hello, everybody. This is Cecilia. 欢迎大家收听早安英文。Hey, Colin, do you know the phrase 人山人海?
People, mountain, people, sea. Sure, I know it.
So you can say people, mountain, people, sea in English?
Well, you can say it, but foreigners that don't know China will not understand. What you can say is a sea of people.A
sea of people. Okay, that's a little bit like it. 就是人山人海省略了人山嘛，那还是形容人多的。看来这个语言都有共通之处啊。
Yeah, but with that phrase, it can be a sea of anything. It really just means a lot. So you can say, have a sea of great ideas or a sea of work to do.So
generally, when there are a lot of people somewhere in English, you always use the word crowded to describe this situation?
Oh, I almost never use the word crowded. Actually, there are a lot of ways we can describe a sea of people somewhere, but none of them are as, well, poetic as people mountain, people sea.
Well, let's look at some of them today.
Sounds good. So the first phrase that came to mind was packed like sardines.Sardines are a very small fish that are commonly eaten. They come in a small metal tin, a box, and there are several packed together in there, so there's no room for them to move.
大家买过这种沙丁鱼罐头的应该都知道，里面呢就是几条小鱼塞得满满的。那所以呢，就用 packed like sardines 来形容这种非常拥挤的情况。So we can say the office is packed like sardines.You
know, this is interesting. You can say the office is packed, but you can't say the office is packed like sardines. You see, in the phrase, we are the sardines. So you have to say that we are packed like sardines in the office today.
I see. So it's the people, not the place, that are packed like sardines.因为我们不能把一个空间比作沙丁鱼哈，只能把这个空间里面的人比成是沙丁鱼，所以我们要注意在用这个表达的时候呢，它的主语是人。
That's right, but you can just use the word packed when you want to say the place.
就是用 pack 的这一个单词也可以表示一个地方挤满了人，全是人。This place is packed.
Yeah.
So is that for anywhere or just indoors?Well,
the phrase packed like sardines is usually used indoors, or at least in places where there's a defined area, you know? But packed can be used anywhere. It can be used anytime you might use the word crowded.
So is there another way to talk about a lot of people in an outdoor area, like a park or a beach?
Well, there's the noun throng. A throng of people surrounded the actors.Throng is another word for crowd.
这个 throng 跟 crowd 一样，它也表示很多人、人群的意思。Can we say throngs of people gathered?
Yeah, we can use it like we use crowds. So if we say throngs or crowds, what we mean is two or more distinct large groups of people. Maybe you have a throng in the west and you have a throng in the east, so throngs of people.
So, can throng be used with other things other than people?
People might try to use it that way, like saying a throng of rats, but it shouldn't be. A throng means a large group of people. Now, another word that means a group of people is teeming, but this is an adjective.
So, teeming people?
No, it means people. So you would say teeming streets.Or teeming nightlife, that sort of thing. And it carries the idea of not just a lot of people, but also activity. You know, like people talking and laughing and just doing things, but a very large group.
所以呢，它可以直接用来形容一个地方充满了移动着的人或者动物。也就是非常拥挤的。So we can say downtown was teeming during the holidays.
Yeah. I think I would say downtown was teeming with life during the holidays.
That makes it more positive.
Yeah. And there's another word that's used similarly, bustling. For example, work was bustling today.
But bustling just means that a place is busy, that there is some activity involved, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that there is a large crowd. Bustling 其实是用来形容一个地方繁忙的、忙乱的，就有点像我们说的熙熙攘攘那种感觉。
Actually, yeah, that's right. But what I mean is that teeming means a large crowd that is bustling.
Ah, I see. But what about phrases? These are just words.
Well, how about swing a cat?
Swing a cat? Swing 是使什么东西摇荡、摇摆的意思。摇晃一只猫？
Yeah, there's not enough room to swing a cat.
That's terrible. And how do you swing a cat anyway?
Oh, well, you just pick it up by the tail and then you just...
Okay, I don't want to know.
Actually, the phrase doesn't come from the animal. It comes from a medieval weapon called a cat o' nine tails, which was a kind of whip with 9 ends. You would swing it to hit somebody. But if there were people all around you, you couldn't swing it.
啊，原来是有这么一种中世纪时期的武器，它的名字跟猫很像啊。那如果你身边有人呢，你就没有办法去挥舞或者说施展这个武器了，所以就用它来形容这种非常拥挤的环境。So, too crowded to swing a cat.
Yeah. But, this can be used for just a space being too small also.
So, it's really about the space, not the people.
Sure, but if you're in a big space and you say, there's no room to swing a cat, you obviously mean that there are a lot of people.
Any more?
Oh, yeah. A common one that you will hear officially is standing room only.
It's standing room only in here.
Right.
But what do you mean by official?
Well, at many live events like concerts and sporting events, they will have standing room only tickets and they will advertise them.
就是说一个地方只能够站着了，只剩立足之地，也就是形容这个地方的空间非常有限了。So there are no chairs.
Right. Not the whole place, but just a section, usually in the back.
So some can say a standing room only in there to mean a place is crowded.
Right. But there's another meaning to standing room only, so you have to pay attention to the context.
Really? What else does it mean?
Well, if a salesperson is using it, the meaning is that a lot of people want to buy this item they're selling, so you should buy it soon.
Oh, it's a sales trick. 就有点像是说票都快卖完啦，只剩站票啦，其实就是告诉大家，我们这个商品非常之火爆啊，你再不买就没了。
Well, of course, I'm sure it's used that way, but it could be true. For example, you are looking at a house. You won't see the other people that are interested in buying the house too, but there may be many of them.
I see. So it's crowded. There are a lot of people who want it.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. But before we go, I want to ask you one question.
Oh boy, here we go.
Is there a word for being crowded by old people like you?
Almost made it through the podcast without an old person joke, but, actually, there is a word for that.
What? Really? What is it?
Lucky.
Okay. 好啦，这期节目就先到这里啦。
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
So thanks for listening. This is Colin.
This is Cecilia. See you next time.
Bye.